I'm your boy Dog Wild, baby.
Cold pimp, baby. Just make a flood, I do it for my hood. Make sure all my good. Make sure all my cause I got it in the mud. That's why I say I see water, might just make a flood, I do it for my hood. Make sure all my good. Make sure all my from the streets like the pavement. I wouldn't switch if you pay me. 20 years of being home. Now it's fuck you, nigga, pay me. I'm on a come up, them niggas run up. You jump at eyes in your life. My niggas strap for their life. Yeah, choices we pay with a price. My cousin L.A. a banger. And he really twisting his fingers. I'm cool with some Christians, some bloods. And my shows I show nothing but love. I'm hood made, never faded. By that grace of God, I really made it. I'm only focused on this meal ticket and how to raise these babies. Damn, I have them back to back. All I wanna be is a good dad. Made it through a year with no toe tag. With an open case, I'm just dying to wag. Shit, can't let that phase me, no. I'm living life in a slow-mo. My haters may love the beginning, but my money's on the way. I ain't styling cause I got it out the money. That's why I stay icy water, might just make a flood. I do it for my hood. Do it for my hood. Make sure all my good. Make sure all my good. Say can't nobody styling cause I got it out the money. That's why I stay icy water, might just make a flood. I do it for my hood. Do it for my hood. Make sure all my good. Make sure I'm ready. Never meant to be flawless.
Yo, what's up? You work now? You back with the third episode of Talk Your Ish. I'm your boy Doc Wild, baby.
I'm your man Poe Pimp. You hear me?
I'm your girl, the Queen Cougar.
Oh my God! Yo, what's up, everybody? Today we got a lot of topics today.
Yeah.
Some little time, but first we're just gonna talk about two topics. Really?
yeah.
Poe Pimp.
Look, man, I'm just gonna be 100. This called Talk Your Ish, and that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So let's touch on a very important subject, man. Right now, there's a lot of people still out of work, man, because of this COVID-19 thing. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm just Mr. You know what I'm saying? Foxtrot, Uniform, Charlie, Echo, your feelings. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm really just that dude. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, there's a lot of people out here that's preachers, deacons, bishops, and all this and all that, man. And y'all still preaching this happy message. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still preaching this. Everybody's supposed to be rich and everybody's supposed to prosper and what God's plan is and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But there's folks out here broken, hurting, and been sitting back listening to y'all. You know, now here's the problem. Here's one of the problems. Number one, we as people, we got to start having common sense. You know what I'm saying? And we got to start realizing that, look, reality is reality. Fiction is fiction. Most of these preachers, it's not all of them, you know what I'm saying? It ain't all people. Most of these preachers ain't nothing but glorified, you know what I'm saying, story writers. That's it.
True.
They're glorified story writers, you know what I'm saying? And what they have done is taken the same tactics and the same methods the white man used to keep us enslaved, to pass it down in history and then give it to us. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens is, because we in a country where we done been followers all our life, and we done been told that the majority rule, when you get somebody who's talking against what everybody else being taught, then you crazy, or you a heresy, or you a hypocrite, or you this, or you that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's one of them things where you got to be like, yeah, I can't keep falling for this foolishness. I can't keep falling for this mess, man. I can't keep falling for what you telling me. Here's my thing, okay? And take it for whatever it's worth. You know, whether you mad, you mad. I personally don't care. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, here's what my problem is. If your grandma been going to a church, and she been going to this church 40 years or better, and every month she giving her tithe and her offering, and she putting $100 in the plate every month, and then she turn around and go to the pastor and be like, hey, I need help with my light bill, and the pastor ain't got the money, or tell her he can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Then what you sitting up there paying all this money for? You know, and then the same way the white people use subliminal messages to get us enslaved, to keep us over here, to keep our mind bad, the pastor doing the same thing. So how is it you got all these poor people out here and people that's out here hurting and everything else, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, everybody still, you telling everybody, oh, you supposed to be blessed and you supposed to be this and you supposed to be that. Nah, I get sick of hearing preachers talking about go to the car dealership and put your hand on this car and tell the Lord that's what you want and he gonna give you what you want. Nigga, you're going to jail.
That part.
You're going to jail because you're gonna go out there and you're gonna put your hand on people's car and the alarm gonna go off and then you're gonna be standing there telling the police about your pastor said. You know, you're going to jail. And don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good pastors out there that mean well. It really is. But just because you got, and I'm saying this to the genuine pastors, just because you got a small church don't mean you're not a good pastor. Very few people can handle the truth. So don't try to make your church grow. Do what God say do. But all y'all pastors that's wanting to be T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollar and Bill Winston and Joel Osteen and all them, man, whatever. Because they got a big church don't mean they prosperous. All they is motivational speakers. Ain't nobody preaching about hell no more. Ain't nobody preaching about, you know, everything about God, what God can do, what God can do, what God can do, like God is a bank. You know what I'm saying? God ain't no bank, man. And y'all got to chill out with that. I got friends out here, lost their job. 40 million Americans, they say, out of a job. Do you know it's only 43 million black people in America? So let's just say, for example, of them 40 million or them 43 million black people, let's just say the 40 million who lost their jobs is black. That means there ain't but 3 million black people working. But the church is a multi-billion-dollar business because that's how y'all treat it. And yet we got people out here homeless. You know what I'm saying? We got people out here who can't pay their light bill, can't pay their water bill. Now don't get me wrong. Some of y'all blowed y'all little stimulus money, okay? You know, because I don't want everybody to think I'm just one-sided. You feel me? Some people didn't get it. Some people didn't get it. Some people blowed it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people out there who got genuine hearts that really been wanting to do right and did right with their money, but they still struggling. And then the one place you supposed to turn to that's supposed to give you help, pushing you away. You know, and again, it ain't all the pastors. Some of y'all just ain't using common sense.
Pope, I'm not cutting you off, but I understand where you coming from. And have been churches I have been to, but the church I'm in right now, Fellowship of Love. Shout out to Pastor Murray and First Lady. There's a good church.
Right.
It's on Harmon. And if you're looking for a good church, go to Fellowship of Love. Just plugging it in right there. He'll go pastor. And they if you struggling, they don't mind helping you. I have seen it happen. The times I do go, because I be working all the time. But when I do go, every time I see somebody need help, they always blessing them.
And that's good. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't knock that. Even my church, you know what I'm saying? Spirit and Truth. We do a toy drive. We do a clothing drive. All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yes. But my problem is if you know that I saw on Facebook, I done seen this post a bunch of times, right? About this preacher told the women at his church, all these women to go to the beach and strip down to their drawers. Oh. So he can kiss them on their behind. What? So when they get a husband, their husband will kiss their behind.
Oh no.
Now, here's the thing. I saw that post, right? So many folks was mad with the pastor. I dig it. That was wrong for the pastor to ask them to do. But these also grown women. They got enough sense to know and say, I shouldn't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I dig how they talk about God blessings, but if you know your light bill need to be paid, okay, and you know, all right, I got $100, and your pastor talking about it's $1,000 seed line, you know what I'm saying, and you put in your last $100, watch how God bless you before the end of the week. Well, your light's gonna be off at the end of the week. Now you put this $100 in and your lights off, and then when you tell it to your pastor, hey, you said by the end of the week, and then he come back and tell you, oh, you didn't believe, or your faith wasn't strong enough.
Nah, it's a such thing as common sense.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm not blaming everything on the pastors. It's some of the people too. and people,
it's definitely some of the people, because you got some of the people that just go to the church when they need some money.
Right. You do.
Yeah.
You do.
But when they didn't need no money, they was out there balling, right?
Right.
I ain't been to church since my granddaddy died in 2008. When I was in the people prison, I attended a couple ceremonies there. Hashtag that made it out alive, because I don't want to go back. But I'm saying some people just go to church to see what they can get from the church. And I'm not talking about getting the word of her out of the church. They seeing what they can hand out with their hands out from the church.
Right. And I dig that. And they just as wrong as the preacher that's taken from them. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Like you say, you got a great church, Doc. Okay, good. But I'm sure you read that Bible for yourself. Your pastor just can't come to you and just tell you any old thing now.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got common sense too.
I go there to learn.
Right.
Because I said, I ain't perfect. And
Right.
I don't know the Bible back and forth, but my wife do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because her dad a pastor.
Right.
And he'll go pastor too.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
I went to his church every time we go to Louisiana. But I'm still learning. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like a sheep in the field. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the perfect thing right there. You say you a sheep in the field.
Yeah.
The Bible say, you know what I'm saying, Jesus know his sheep and the sheep know him. So even these pastors that been out here for 20 years, why you keep feeling like you can tell your congregation something and you can't learn nothing? You still got room to grow. You still got room to learn. Like, I've been to so many churches in my life, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen the similarities and differences in them. I ain't never been church hurt. Most people who've been church hurt are people who follow that man or that woman and not God.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I've always followed God. But it hurts my heart when I have friends that call me, you know, and I see they trying, I see them going to church, I see them doing right. Especially cats that I know that been in the street, selling dope and everything, really trying to do right, saying, man, I'm married now, I'm trying to take care of my kids. Females who I know is out there slinging their thing.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to do right, I'm trying to take care of my kids. And that's what they turn to. And then when they turn to it, they being taken advantage of. And then when they get back out there, then it's like, oh, you didn't give her a chance, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Because first you condemning them, you know what I'm saying? And constantly making them feel like they can't never get out of that. And you making it seem like, some pastors make it seem like they God. And it bothers me because I'm like, you know, where your pastor at? And don't get me wrong, I don't mind counseling or talking to nobody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Because that's my job. You know what I'm saying? That's all our jobs. Because I'm a deacon. You know what I'm saying? Whether you a deacon, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's your job. However God leads you, that's how he leads you. You know, but at the end of the day, there's somebody that you should be able to turn to besides me and say, hey man, let me talk to you. Because if your pastor sitting back telling you you need to pay your tithe and your offering and God gonna bless you, then guess what? There should never have to be a bribe. He should never have to get up there, or she should never have to get up there and preach that, oh, God gonna bless you if you pay your tithe. Oh, God gonna, like, you know you ain't got but 10 people in your church. Why would you bring some pastor in that's gonna cost $3,000 or $4,000 or better to come and preach? And you know you ain't got but 10 people in your church, and you know this pastor want $5,000, and here it is, you know, you telling the church you got $1,000 seed line. You think, and you know these 10 people that you done had in your church for the last 4 or 5 years ain't never put $10,000 in there together in 4 or 5 years. So it make you think they got $1,000 seed line now.
Pulpit, me personally, if I decide to go back in the church, because you know I love the Lord and I know He loves me, but I gotta do a little research on my church. Yeah. I just can't just go in there because somebody say, you know, I got to go and listen and feel the vibe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, Lord forgive me, because He gonna strike me down, right? My grandfather was a minister, but he was not the best example of a minister. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because of some of the things that, as I found out growing up, the things that happen behind the scenes. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it just discourages me how you up there trying to preach one thing, but you live in something totally different. Right. That's the part. That's the part I can't get down with. And see, that's the part that discourages me. Right. And it discourages me. To my heart is because of who he was as a minister. Now I've experienced several ministers that have been wonderful and great, have helped me along the way when I was going by the wayside or whatever, when I was struggling back and forth with the law and everything like that. But then you have this one who he was my grandfather as well as a minister, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't right. He ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Especially a lot of churches that deal with money. Yeah. Shout out to my auntie. They're Mormon. So I have been around the Mormon church as a younger person. Right. And even though I was raised Baptist and Christian, however, I enjoyed the Mormon church because they had no dealings with money inside that church. You pay your tithes at a little box before you even come into the church, because the focus when we in church is we focus on the Lord. It's not focusing on who putting in that plate, who not putting in that plate, Who paying their tithes?
Who dressed
Who
the
not?
best?
Yeah.
Right.
It took me forever to wear jeans to church.
Yeah.
It say come as you are.
Yeah.
If I only got some jeans on, I got to come as I are. But there are some churches, some of the old churches, like before my grandfather's passed, I was like, Granny, you need to change up. It was every sermon I knew exactly where it was getting ready to pee and in.
Right.
Every Sunday.
Right.
I knew time. Come on, sister, time to wrap up your crayons and coloring books. It's time to go to corral.
Right.
I mean, that's just how it was.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that programmed when it comes to church. I want to be excited.
Right.
I love a church that is filled with youth.
Right.
Because the youth are our future. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, I'm 40, when we were made to go to church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's some of these children who are really enjoying going to church and learning about God. And some of them get discouraged with some of these older people. I'm talking about older than me, who are just set in their ways that just can't figure out society has changed. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and we have
right.
to change with society.
Well, here's the thing too, and this, I dig it. But first, what we got to really first do is educate our pastors on history and educate people on history, on real history. You know what I'm saying? Because one, they done gave us a white Jesus. Hey,
That's an argument you go through.
listen, not really, but it's, a lot of people gonna argue that.
Yeah.
Everything that's been designed has been designed for black folk to fail. And the one thing that we believe in God, because black folks gonna hold on to their God, no matter if he is white or black.
Yeah.
They gonna hold on to their God. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that we got to hold on to, the one thing that we got profitable, is the one thing that's being used to constantly tear us down. And white folks don't have these conversations.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you have to go to church?
No.
No. The church is the people.
Yeah.
That building, that four walls, I ain't got to never go in there. Because if you truly got God in you, only thing you should have to go to church for is a refresher. Yeah. You should just have to walk in there and be like, you know what, God, it just feel good to be among like-minded people who, that had a rough week like me, and come in and get recharged.
So it's almost like therapy then.
Right. Coming in.
So that's what I'm about to get to, because like when before I got locked up, went to prison, I was going to church off and on.
Right.
Okay. When I got locked up, I laid in my bed for 6 months while I was in prison.
Right.
I laid in my bed for 6 months, and then one thing, I ain't gonna say a spirit hit me, but a voice in my heart just say, "You need to go to church." I wasn't looking for nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But every day I read my Bible, because it was like a peace of mind.
Right.
Well, it's a lot of stuff I didn't understand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because so I went there, and the preacher, they don't pass money around in prison. Pass plate around in prison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I reached out, I got the word and all this stuff. I'm learning. I'm steady learning. So when I got out, I stayed on California. It's a church around the corner from California where my auntie stayed. And I was like, you know what? I'm finna go to church. I didn't know what church I was gonna go to. I went to a church around there, and they opened me up and they welcomed me with open arms. I didn't have a penny to my name because I hadn't had a job when I just got out of prison.
Right.
I had some clothes, a couple clothes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I wore jeans.
I know that's right.
And jeans and a regular shirt. You know what I'm saying? And I walked in, and I had a couple like casual shoes. I walked in. They didn't judge me or nothing. And I like that church. It's
right.
It's around the corner of California. But when I got married, I had heard about Fellowship of Love, and my wife was been going to it for years. So we started going to church. Like I say, that church really amazed me, because like he really preached, and they really welcome you there, and it ain't all about the money. You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's a good thing. That's a place that you can walk into and say, you know what, I done been fasting all week. I done been talking to people all week. People, because think about it, we all got somebody who come and might cry on our shoulder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we ain't got the strength to talk to them because we so weak ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We being more of a burden than we being a help to them. So what church is supposed to be, is supposed to be that building that you can go in and get that recharge.
Yes, you do.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like a phone.
Yeah.
When you leave the church, it's like when you leave the church is the Wi-Fi. But you still supposed to have data when you walk out that church. And your data's supposed to last you until you get back around some Wi-Fi.
Right.
And then when you get around that Wi-Fi supposed to help get it sped up. Yeah. And you supposed to check them emails that you didn't see. And you supposed to be able to say, okay, man, I can't believe I missed this. I can't believe I missed that, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? and go through, answer all them emails and go through, you know what I'm saying, say, okay, man, I missed that message because your data was low on your phone. You feel me?
That's right.
Now, what happens is you say, okay, you done all week long, you've been using up your data watching YouTube, and you've been using up your data listening to music, you've been using up your data, you know, and I'm using YouTube and music as an example of you've been all week, you've been talking to this person, trying to, you know, encourage this one, trying to encourage that one, trying to encourage this one. But guess what? That data's slowly going down to the point now you got 2 gigs of speed.
Yep.
So now you got to go in there and jump on that Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying, and boom, get everything back up. That's how church supposed to be. Church ain't supposed to be that's your data and your Wi-Fi, and you ain't got nothing on your phone when you leave but some call and text time.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know, one thing I do, you know, church. Well, I don't know about all churches, but our church right now, we online.
Right.
So nobody ain't going to a physical church right now.
Right.
So, but they have prayer call. I'm gonna say prayer call in the mornings too.
Yeah.
My wife faithfully on that every morning.
Yeah.
My wife on Sunday she right there doing it, and I lay right there in the bed and listen.
Right.
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
And that's good enough.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I listen. And like, I know sometimes you think I don't be listening, but I lay there with my eyes closed and listen and soaking in because it takes. My job is stressful.
Oh yeah.
The world is stressful.
Yeah.
So you need something to ease your mind.
Right.
You know, bills are stressful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, so you need something to take that off your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
Corona is stressful.
Oh yes, that's really stressful.
And I'm praying for you parents who are on this Zoom with these children. I know that got to be stressful.
Yeah, it's stressful because that was their peaceful time when they sent them to school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're away from the kids, and when they come home, they just got to deal with them for a couple hours. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? They are your kids.
Yeah.
But but like I say, back to the church thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like we need that in our life, and the preachers that's out there doing wrong, they need to do better for real.
Yeah.
But like I say, I feel like I'm in a great church right now.
And that's the thing. And don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? It's really some good churches out there, like your church, like my church. There's good churches out there, and it's good people out there with genuine hearts. The sad part is more people out there doing bad, more pastors doing bad.
What about that preacher that
than doing good?
Was
on the internet eating that girl?
Yeah, eating that girl thing. What kind of what's up with
right? You know, right? You know what I'm saying?
She was a member of the church.
He was laying hands and mouth on that.
Right.
Hey, you got to.
But I'm just saying. But see, it's stuff like that most preachers sit back and go, "Oh, he gave your name was already bad before that." It's just, you know what I'm saying? Don't blame that situation on that one preacher. Now, I'm not judging nobody.
Right, because he's still human though.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Human.
Yeah, and that's the flesh is weak. So
right.
I know preachers been married several times.
Right,
divorced, not just because their wives died, divorced and remarried.
Right,
they are human.
Yes,
right.
When they wear the cloth,
100,000%.
So that's what
100,000%. I'm for that. We are still human. The flesh is still weak.
Yes,
but here's the thing. We know this. I know this.
Yeah,
and this is where church hurt come from. Because most people feel like your pastor, whether male or female, you feel like they God. So when they fall short, you upset and, oh, I can't believe. I'm not talking about them kind.
Right.
I'm talking about the ones who act, think, and so holy. When you go, every time you go, hey, pastor, how you doing? Praise the Lord, brother. Praise the Lord. How you doing? Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. And then turn around and then you might go to the club one night because you still being worked on, and then he go, and he hiding from you. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you would just praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And then he first laid on his arm, neither.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens...
so-and-so.
And then what happens is when you be like, well, dang, man. And then what he want to do is come chastise you and tell you some scripture about, well, you know, brother, Jesus went to the land to save all people. So that's why he was in the club and he don't want nobody to know and this and that. Nah, them the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about them ones who act like they don't make no mistakes, like they not human, like they so in tune with God, they don't never mess up. And everything they say, like I told a friend of mine one time, I say, when I hear a pastor say, God told me this and God told me that, what it be is a good idea in your head.
Right.
And just because it's a good idea in your head don't mean it's of God. You know what I'm saying? So you trying to force everybody to make your good idea happen, and then when it don't happen, you say they ain't got the faith and they ain't got the this and they ain't got the that. No. It ain't supposed to happen. Everything that happened, God gonna make happen whether we like it or not.
It's like this gold bite. You got to have common sense.
Yeah, that
You got to have common sense. It's just like one of your homeboys you grew up with. Y'all on the block hanging out, and he tell you he did this, but you know he didn't do that.
Right.
So you have to weed through the bullshit. Right?
Yeah.
So that's how some of these pastors are.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's what I tell a lot of people. Eat the meat and spit out the bones.
Okay.
I do. I tell them that. Look, because I listen to a bunch of different pastors on YouTube, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I know a bunch of good pastors, but I know you got certain pastors out here who don't believe in women preachers. I know you got pastors out here who don't believe in remarriage and divorce. Yeah,
right.
I know pastors out here that tell you, hey, if you get divorced, right, and your first wife's still alive, and then you remarry, you commit adultery. So you ain't supposed to get remarried. I know, God ain't never made a woman a preacher. I know preachers who say you ain't never supposed to be broke. I know some preachers who say you ain't supposed to pay tithe, whatever the case may be, okay? But like I try to tell people is this: God said you get a relationship for yourself with me. So it don't matter, and I tell this to anybody, and whether my pastor listen or not, I don't do what no man say. I totally do what God say. I don't care. My pastor say, my pastor come to me right now, and I love him to death. You know what I'm saying? He come to me right now and go, hey, Deacon Antonio, God said you need to go raise $1,000 to go get this for your wife. Well, until I hear God said, I ain't doing it. Because why is it that God say all have to come to Him? You know what I'm saying? But how is that an exception that, no, he didn't say all my pastors come to me, then you go to the people. He said all come to him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that my pastor's so strong, and I'm not saying my pastor personally, but how is it that my pastor's so strong he can hear from God and I ain't supposed to hear from God? Because when he judge us, God ain't going to, I can't go to God and say, wait a minute, now my pastor didn't say that, God. He didn't say this.
Right.
He didn't say that. Yeah. No, I didn't know that, God. He gonna hold me accountable.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And my pastor can't go on Judgment Day and say, wait a minute, God, he didn't listen when I told him this. God, you didn't tell me to say that to him. He said you said it to him. It can't be that way. God gonna judge us for who we are and what we did and what he told us to do. And that's what I just need people to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to challenge what you being taught. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta study.
Yeah.
You gotta study the church. You gotta study the Bible.
Don't be scared to challenge. You know what I'm saying? When a preacher come to you and say, hey, I heard the Lord say this, it don't matter if you know the Bible or not. I don't care if you done heard the Our Father prayer one time in your life and that's all you know. You can get on your knees, say the Our Father prayer and go to sleep. God gonna give you an answer. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be the most holiest because God said we fall short of his glory.
Yeah. So
at the end of the day, he know ain't none of us perfect. He know that. Right. So why go to the church and try to get and make this preacher try to make you believe you are perfect? Like these preachers tell everybody, God wants you to prosper and be in good health even as thy soul prosper. Yes, he said that. But he also said the poor be amongst you always. So all of us ain't supposed to be rich. All of us can't go to the dealership. I wish I could go to the doggone Mercedes-Benz dealership and put my hand on the Maybach in the name of Jesus. You mine. And then one day somebody pull up in my yard and go, the Lord told me to get this to you. Listen, I be hot. God, holly. I run down the street and come on. I ride the car in the church. No, Lord, you said it was mine. You gonna give me a way to fix it. I ran that sucker in the church. You hear me? Yeah. And say, look, I touched it. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? But it don't work. And then next week they come back and pick it up. Not just kidding.
Right. When they gave me the little Dodge, right, the guy was like, well, just say a little prayer. And I was like...
What you just said, amen?
Right.
I say, Mama, if you up there with the Lord,
oh my God,
tell him to go ahead, let me get this Dodge Journey I cannot afford. And they say, go on out there, what color you want? I said, come on, Arjun, let's hurry up and go before they change their mind.
Yeah, man. Well, we ain't gonna spend a whole lot on this topic.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to it. But we just had to get that out there today.
just want to let y'all know, just study y'all history. Do what God tell y'all to do.
But one more time, I'm going to plug in my church, Fellowship of Love. You can go online, FOL. You can go on Holman Street. It's sitting right down on the corner. That's for Pastor Murray.
Okay.
And y'all want to go to my church?
Oh my God. No, not no Cougar Church.
Cougar Church is called Bedside Baptist.
The Pentecostal prostitution
In conjunction with Sinful Baptist.
Yes.
And they have a lot of young boys.
Right.
A lot of young folks.
They present you the prophet lie of faith. You know, that's Cougar Church. You know what I'm saying?
She be like,
Hey,
dur.
that's the church that got flames going all the way around.
She's not apostolic. She's apostolic. Like
You have to come in with your water, because it's
right.
Because you can't get no what you get in there.
Yeah, because ain't nothing gonna be holy in there.
Wait, hold on. Since we touching with the Lord and right and wrong or whatever, I had wanted to touch on. They
No,
talking
you
about,
can't do me like that. I'm married. I done told you that. I'm married, Cougar. I'm married.
They talking about the T.I. and Tiny, because their daughter is pregnant and she say she's not interested right now in marriage. She say there's too much responsibility. So everybody jumping down her throat because she wants to go ahead and have a baby, but she don't want to get married.
I'm gonna tell you why she may feel. She may. I'm
But that social media is ramming her.
I'm gonna tread lightly with this. I'm gonna tread lightly.
Oh
with this.
yeah.
Here's
because
why I
feel
think.
that she need to get married because who? And look here, let me tell you.
Well, here's the thing. Her parents got that bag, so in her mind it might be too much responsibility because
Her parents gonna look out for her.
no, I ain't gonna say her parents gonna look out for her, but the man might be expecting her parents to look out for her.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
maybe Buddy ain't got his own bag. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
maybe he do, maybe he don't. I don't
think
know.
he do got a little bit of bag.
You know what I'm saying? He probably do.
Yeah.
But
family.
but at the end of the day,
Wait a minute.
Probably got a little bag for
I
himself.
don't like to lay with nobody who ain't got a little bag.
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying? So I'm hoping maybe with somebody with a few little coins.
I heard dudes you lay with got little bags and little things too.
Oh
my
they got
God.
little bags and big but
Why did I get Cougar started?
Yes it is. She still turned up from that photo shoot.
Oh my God. Oh, in 2 weeks you will see. Check out Cougar Instagram. Give them your Instagram, Cougar, so they can follow you in 2 weeks. You're going to be stunning.
That's the Queen_Cougar KOUGA.
2 weeks.
That girl took her some furters. Yes, it is.
That's some
Yes.
Some of them she ain't got no
Hey,
clothes on.
you
people.
will.
Yes, it is.
We're going to start your fans only page.
Ew.
We're going to start your
You already know.
I know. Shout out to J Balls because I know you was on a lot of pressure.
Yes, it was. Dealing with me. Oh my
I
God.
know he was.
J Balls, I was on my anniversary.
Shout out to my sister, my makeup artist.
Oh, yeah,
Her.
For holding her straight, you should have told her to keep her clothes on.
And she also put on here, she the one who I was telling her to pick up them crayons in the people church.
But like I said, that goes to show you, I can't take my artists nowhere. I can leave out of town. They want to take off the shirts. They want to pose nude on the floor. They want to be like they tigers and the cougars and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.
I was giving them the business. And you can also buy one of my t-shirts if you like to.
Oh, yeah.
You can go to the straightfire.net. That's straight STR 8 fire FIRE.net, and click on the little top right hand button. It'll bring it down and say merchandise. Guess what you could get? Queen Cougar sports bra.
Oh, yeah.
For the little titties and the big titties. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And then,
They got your name on the Cougar?
yeah.
They say Queen Cougar on the sports bra, crop tops, for all your stomach to be hanging out for my big girls. It don't matter. I love all this sexy.
Well, shout out to Heavenly Boutique, my wife company.
That's it.
all we do is, you know what I'm saying, dress plus size women. We ain't got. Okay, listen, we do not have sports bras.
Well, usually big girls need to have on them good Lane Bryant bras anyway.
But we got everything that will cover you up. Go to the website, heavenlyboutique.llc.org. Holla at my wife, LaTanya Scott. She got you. Whether you want Sunday attire, whether you want something to hang out with the girls, whether you need that, she got
She got that lingerie. She got them lingeries.
You know what I'm saying? She got that too. So go holla at her, heavenlyboutique.llc.org. You know what I'm saying? She got everything you need. And right now we running a special on pocketbooks. All our pocketbooks come with letters of authenticity. All right. So right now we running a special $50 off all pocketbooks, shoes, and wallets. And on your birthday, you get the month of your birthday. You show us it's your birthday, the day of your birthday, you get another $50 off any pocketbook. or any pocketbook, shoe, or purse, and go to Sizzle. All right, Sizzle, SECELLE, something like that. Okay, but
please learn how to spell. Go ahead.
We got a hooked on funnest class we teach.
Yeah,
you.
please. I need that class. But go to Sizzle. Okay,
I'm going to Zoom. My third grader. I need it.
Go to Sizzle. With Sizzle, you can actually shop now and pay later. All right. All you gotta do is pay 10%. So if you go online, you go on her website, and you buy $1,000 worth of stuff, you can shop now. You pay 10%. You pay $100, man. You still get your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's SEZELLE, Sizzle. You know what I'm saying? Go holler at my wife, HeavenlyBoutiqueLLC.org. We got you.
Okay. Somebody asked me how big them sports bras is. I don't know if it's gonna fit you, my dog. Because I think they was trying to make it for these micro mini boats that I got right over here. But guess what? If you got some big things, I'm gonna find you a sports bra to fit you.
But check this out. All you gotta do is go to the website.
Yeah.
Browse the website. Look, like I say,
straightfire.net.
Yeah, straightfire.net.
Click on the merchandise.
Click on the merchandise. Like I said, we're gonna have a lunch party, a fall lunch party too. And we're gonna have a display of everything that's gonna be going on sometime in October. We got a lot of things going on in October.
Yeah.
She said, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody told you had them big old things. Ain't nobody told you about having them big old things.
That be when she get old to my baby, I got to order my bras because I'm hard to fit.
That's right.
How you hard to fit?
Fred is cracking up. Girl, you might want to go on there, Lane Bryan, and let me see it up so you just gonna put it on there with them.
Oh my God. So
that's my dog. Miss you, girl.
But anyway, like I say, make sure you go check out that straightfire.net. And we will be, like I say, launching the party in October. And we'll be in California in October. So that's Burbank, California.
And I will be off probation when we go to Cali.
So my main thing is that's if California open all the way back up for, because right now the club's still shut down, so we might you know what I'm saying. So
miss you too.
I just got off the phone with Jay. He said everything is official right now, but until they open it up, we won't really know it's official. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and guess what? Right here too, I want to go ahead and plug this in, man. First of all, shout out to everybody under this one umbrella. You know what I'm saying? Straight Fire Entertainment, Cracker Side Entertainment, Port to Port Music Group. You know what I'm saying? We all under one umbrella here. We are your one-stop shop for everything. Okay,
for sure.
And I'm being 100. You need trademarks. You need copyrights.
Studio time.
We all got it. You don't have to go to Atlanta and spend all this money, man, and then get some stupid mess, man. We give you quality products. You can talk to anybody on any one of our pages, man, that lets you know we do quality work, you know, and that everything we do is on time. We got a fair price with everything that we do. Alright, so you ain't gotta go to Atlanta.
And we work with your budget.
Yeah.
Shout out to CJ the DJ for spinning G&B Ace song on the radio too. Shout out to CJ the DJ. You know and shout out to my boy LT in Little Rock, Arkansas for spinning Eric Divine, Jay Rilza, and G&B Ace. I got something to say for right now. Okay, check this out, dog. All right, I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes, but if your manager ain't getting you on the radio, getting you in no magazines, or getting you any kind of things that's going on right now because of the corona, and he always talking about ain't no shows. I understand that, but it's still social media. It's still magazines you can put your artists in to help promote, and you still could drop videos. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm like this right here. I feel like I'm Suge Knight or Savannah. If you don't want nobody dancing all in your videos and all that stuff, come to Straight Fire and Port to Port. We're gonna get you what you need, baby.
And here's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, we got all artists.
For sure.
We just don't have music and comedians. We got models. You know what I'm saying? We got actors.
We got people that will host parties.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We got, you know what I'm saying? I got my homeboy, the realest writer, Tommy Gates. Shout out to you, my guy. You know what I'm saying? This man put out 3 books in 3 years of poetry, man. Got best-selling books all over Savannah. He got fans everywhere, man. The realest writer, Tommy Gates. Y'all go check that boy out, man. He getting ready to drop his 4th book. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? But we got everything that you need. So if you say to yourself, man, you know what, I want to act, but I don't know which way to go, man, you can come Straight Fire. We got you. You know what I'm saying?
Like I say, you want the dopest sound in the city, holler at my boy JP now. I'm telling you, if you want the dopest sound in the city. Now, if your music's some whack junk, he gonna fall asleep on it. I'm gonna tell you straight up. JP, tell him what you want.
I know that's right.
What you say, you gonna steal one piece?
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna just come with that check.
Just come with the check. But like I say, We gonna start next month. We doing a review too, music review.
Yeah.
We finna start that up. The second week. No, the second week. We ain't gonna do the first week. The second week of September. We gonna do the start the music. Start music review.
2 and 4. 2 and 4. Just we still gonna do it.
No, we gonna do it every. We gonna do it every week. We gonna do music every week. But it's gonna be like this right here. It's gonna cost you because our time is precious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, our time is precious.
I know that.
So it's like if you want an honest opinion, the hottest man. I'm like I said before, you get into it, you need to come holler at my boy JP because like if it's some bull jive, you don't want to get embarrassed. This is social media. The whole world gonna be listening to your stuff.
We gonna tell
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to copyright it so nobody won't steal your stuff, you need to come holler at me.
But we ain't about to copyright no junk. If we take you as garbage, we about to waste our time.
No, like I said, I ain't gonna be the judge of everything, but like if it got to sound good before I send it off though, for real. Cause JP, I mean like, he's the dopest sound in the city.
Don't come to us and tell us you got fired when you really got a match. Don't come to us and tell us you got fired and you got a puff of smoke.
For sure.
Because I'm telling you, if you play something and it sound like you was in your garage and you did hustle and flow, like you went to McDonald's and just, nigga, let me get all your large sweet teas, and you done took them cup holders and you done stapled them to a wall.
Or that fam.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? and you done took your microphone from your little brother karaoke tape player that he done had from his Teddy Ruxpin tape player that
I
he
tell you
had
what,
back in 86.
I got something even better for you. You can record it at your studio, wherever you record it at. We'll mix it for you. That's what it's all about. Long as you got a quality mic, we'll even mix it for you. And you ain't got to show up. Just email it to us. Yeah. JP, tell them where they can email the stuff to, man.
Port to Port 2019 at Gmail. You can send it to JPIERRE1101 at Gmail. You can send it to Doc at
straightfire2014 at gmail.com.
Yeah,
Either or. But it's like this right here. If you want quality sound, I'm gonna tell you how dope we are. JP, when he records you, he mix as you go. He don't even charge you for that. It's a one flat fee. And I've been telling him not to do that for the longest, but he show you love, you know what I'm saying? So any other studio, they're gonna charge you for the recording, they're gonna charge you for the mix. JP is the dopest thing in the city, man. Savannah, hands down, you know what I'm saying? I bet you can't go in any club in Savannah and you ain't heard a mix that JP haven't done. You feel me? 80%, 85% probably. You feel me?
That boy got it going on.
Yeah, that boy bad. Sex with chocolate, everybody.
Hey.
Right. Drop the mic. But straight up, but like I say, get others, man. But like I say, the music review, next week we'll tell you where to send the music at, because we're gonna set up a account for the Talk Your Ish, and we're gonna set up a cash out to Talk Your Ish too, so we can send the cash when we do the music review. We're gonna give you the whole rundown next week.
Coast to Coast, sing your music. My girl Lime.
Yes.
I think Lime, I was locked up with her. She's up in, I want to say, the DC area. Don't forget to send your music. She hit me on the messenger. Okay. I just want to remind her.
Well, we're gonna give you the plug where we send everything at. But anyway,
I'm gonna say something else on my mind while we on the entertainment side.
Hey, Dilly.
Me being a stand-up comedian, I listen. I don't have no hate for no comedian nowhere. Real talk. But this is what I need y'all to do, okay? If you got social media and you making it big on social media, great. If you got videos, great. Okay? If you got a major following, great. Because in reality, a following, when you got 1 million followers, you ain't got to be funny. People gonna book you because you got 1 million followers. They know it's 1 million people who gonna come and see where you at. Alright? But have some substance when you get on the stage.
For sure.
What I mean by that is this: don't keep doing videos and your videos be funny, then when you get on stage you don't know how to tell a joke. You don't know how to put a premise, a middle, and a punchline together. It's a lot of young cats out here I see that's in comedy, and you're growing. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. Now, I'm also gonna say this: a lot of cats gonna say, "Po Pimp, how can you judge?" All right, well, look at Po Pimp rap sheet, bruh. Po Pimp done been on it all. All right, Po Pimp made a living and still making a living from comedy. All right. Po Pimp working during COVID when ain't nobody else working. Got a show Friday night, a virtual show, the Love and Rose Foundation, you know what I'm saying? It's a cancer research show, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my girl Yolanda Moore, all right? She's working with the lymphoma and the Lymphoma Society, you know what I'm saying, Lip Node Society. She's doing all of the research for breast cancer awareness, you know what I'm saying, the best places to go, who to come and see, who to talk to, how to raise money for breast cancer, and any type of cancer for that matter, you know what I'm saying. So she's out here, and this is a young black woman, man. She out here doing big things with cancer, all right? And I'm doing a show with her, virtual show, you know what I'm saying, Saturday night. Now here's the thing, is it got some of y'all dudes out here, I need y'all to get out of the mindset of chasing the money. I'm sorry. You're not going to be doing comedy for 2 or 3 years and all you've been doing is open mics for 2 or 3 years and expect somebody to book you and pay you $2,000 and $3,000 because you got a good white following, because the people at your job laugh at you, or because your family members laugh at you, or because your homeboys think you funny. Okay? Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna get out there in the real world where people know who the people don't know you and they're not gonna laugh at you. Cougar, I'm not talking about you.
Shout out to the Tap House as always.
You know what I'm saying?
They think I'm funny.
Cougar, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying.
But the shoe fit, so I had to put it on.
Okay, so and at the end of the day, I mean, but you funny, Cougar. You funny.
Try to be
and at the same time, granted, you crazy, but you will say, "Po Pimp," you know what you mean? Show me this. You know what I'm saying? You don't mind asking questions.
Yeah.
Some of these jokers out here head so big that they don't feel like they can learn nothing because they look at me and say, "Oh, Po Pimp, you ain't know me now." First of all, why you counting my pockets? You don't know if I am or if I ain't. That's number one. I ain't gotta tell it to everybody. But number two, at the same time, why not listen to somebody who done been on all the platforms? Why not listen to somebody who done been out here and done seen the grind? Why not listen to somebody who understand that it's folks out here who still gonna make you grind? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
They don't. A lot of folk don't understand. In my years in being a comedian, I done drove all around the country. All around the country. I done drove from Savannah, Georgia to Miami, Florida, from Miami, Florida to North Carolina, from North Carolina to Alabama, from Alabama to New Orleans, from New Orleans to Ohio to get $50.
Same one with the big titties talking about, yes, she is cray.
Shawn Brown said, I love Cougar. Shout out Shawn Brown too.
Yeah, shout out Shawn Brown.
What's up? Hey, I'm gonna say this. I like your improvement, Shawn Brown, Clash Klein. I like the fact that you are improving. You're doing a lot of big things. You know what I'm saying? Your substance is starting to be better, and I do appreciate the fact that you one of the few that do listen, man. So shout out, keep growing, keep chasing the dream. Don't chase the money. The money gonna come. Chase the dream, chase the art. You know
hey, Shawn, I need a favor, man. I need to borrow that casket. For real.
Forget Shawn Brown because I seen him at the gas station.
I'm gonna pull up on my job at the top of that casket, man.
Shawn, she saw you at the gas station yesterday, man.
Didn't speak.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. It was cloudy yesterday. How did you see Shawn Black behind? It was cloudy.
He was underneath a light.
That's why.
Shawn, don't do
That's why.
Shawn, I'm not into this.
Yes,
She said you look like all had spilled on your coffee.
We gonna get Shawn Brown to pull up on this, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, pull up.
I think
Shawn
he was
Brown.
going into the Dollar General for some lotion because he was dried and ashy.
Yeah. Shawn Brown, when he put his hands together, he do look like an Oreo, don't he?
But when he clapped,
everywhere.
Y'all is
Can't
crazy,
nobody
man.
say nothing like you say nothing about.
Hey, man.
But yeah, you know.
Hi, Brandon, how's California?
And I'm saying that, but I'm saying that
Bring your
because
butt
of this.
back.
My son in California, y'all.
Okay, I'm
That's what's
saying
up.
that because of this. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing that applies with music. The way this man telling y'all to bring substance, the way this man telling y'all to get y'all act together, you got to do the same thing with comedy, man.
Yeah.
Nobody is not going to book you guys if you don't have substance. You know what I'm saying? I've heard so many comedians and people outside of comedy say, "Oh man, you know what, so and so and so, he funny on TV, but his stand up suck." Or this person, they good at stand up, but they movies suck. You know what I'm saying? So put your substance together. If you got that kind of time to make a video and make a topic for your
But they
video,
don't understand. Some people be writing for
Yeah,
them,
but
too.
you know,
right too.
No, listen.
A lot of cats do write
And
for these
I
comedians.
you know, I'm a big fan of comedy and the art of comedy. You know, like
What
what
show?
it take to be a great comedian, and comedy can't be taught. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
See, there's a lot of people pursuing comedy, but it can't be taught.
Right.
It literally got to be in you. You can cultivate somebody when it comes to music. You can help people when it comes to writing. When it comes to sports, they can get in the gym and they can practice all day. But in order for you to be a great comedian, you have to be naturally funny.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of comedians, they trying too hard to be funny versus just letting their natural ability.
And dig it. You were so right. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that, JP. I know I'm naturally funny. I've always been naturally funny. I realized at a young age I could get a crowd, I can get people attention. But what happened with me, the first time I got on stage, I tried to make people laugh instead of just being who I naturally was.
Yeah. Right.
Once I started being naturally who I was doing so much better, and I got my niche and became Poe Pimp. And that's the problem. You got these. I know a lot of white comedians that do this, and they go, "Oh yeah, well it worked for me." No, it didn't, because a lot of y'all still suck. Stop going to these comedy workshops, okay? Stop paying people, and I'm being real. Stop paying people $7,500 to go to a workshop to tell you how to be you, okay? They telling you, "Oh, well you should write it like this, and you should say this," and you need a premise, a middle, and a punchline. You need to know how to read the audience, and you need timing. That's it.
That's facts.
That's it. Premise, middle, punchline. Read the audience and no timing.
Right.
All right. You know what I'm saying?
$7,500 though. That ain't worth $7,500.
Huh? Right.
I just said.
Right.
You talking about if you charge $7,500? That's not worth $7,500.
No, $75. I didn't say $75. Sorry.
Okay.
But and I'm saying that because of this. When you go and you go to these auditions, right? These cats gonna give you 3 minutes. Okay. In 3 minutes, you got to know how to read your audience, have a premise, a middle, and a punchline, and you got to be able to deliver it in 3 minutes and make it so funny that people gonna say, "Okay, you can move on to the next round." And 3 minutes can be a long time, but it come by like this.
Okay, what about them comedians that be feeding off you?
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm talking about, you think they funny? You think they have,
they have a witty mind if they can feed off you, because anybody can feed off of somebody. Yeah. That's just a battle of wits. You know what I'm saying? But can you take that same wit and put it on stage? That's what you got to be able to do.
So, name your top 5 comedians.
Top 5 of all time?
Yeah.
Bernie
Mac. I know that's right.
Number 1.
He at the top of the list too.
Number 2, Cat.
Well,
yeah, and the reason I say Cat Williams at a strong number 2 is because Cat can hit everything and do it in such a way that he don't offend people, just like Chris Rock would be my number 3. If you go back and look at a lot of Chris Rock old stuff, Chris Rock touched politics, he touched music, he touched some of everything, and he don't offend people. Number 4, God rest his soul, Patrice O'Neal. That boy was a beast. You hear me? Number 4, Patrice O'Neal all day. And number 5, I know he white, but George Carlin. George Carlin.
I mean, that's an interesting list because you left out
David Chappelle.
You left out
now he's the top 5.
Richard Pryor.
But here's the thing.
Yeah,
those are all old school greats. Those people like Bernie Mac came up from under them cats.
Right,
and don't get me wrong, I think those cats are phenomenal.
Top 5,
I think those guys are phenomenal. Yes, I did. I tell you no lie. Eddie Murphy Raw was what made me want to be a comedian.
That shit
is classic.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the greatest shit ever.
And then you left out Robin Harris.
I love Robin. I love all those guys. But see, you got to look.
Red Fox.
Right. I love all those guys. But here's the issue. Okay. Here's my issue. And this.
Hold on. This might be the last time you see Poe Pimp on the show. Because
right.
Christopher Brady.
Yeah.
He said you funny looking.
Yeah. You know what?
Look at fucker. You see we live. Why is you calling?
You probably got your
Yeah. I see. Yeah, I know Chris Brady. That's my dude. Shout out to my man Chris Brady up there in Norcross, Georgia. I died once. IP freely. You know what I'm saying? That's my man.
And I like Gary Owens. I just recently started liking him.
Yeah.
I like.
And don't get me wrong. I like a lot of comedians. Yeah. I don't think.
Oh, you just said your top 5.
Yeah, they're my top 5. Now, understand what I'm saying? All those guys. And it's not that Eddie Murphy and Richard and Red Fox was not funny.
Yeah, I said
I love them
when
dudes.
I way back to
you know what I'm saying?
Maintain on that.
They were a little before my time. So as I started listening to them, Now that I'm older, I understand what they were talking about back then. But as a young man coming up, I couldn't really relate because I didn't understand. I was able to relate more to Bernie. I was able to relate more to Cat. I was able to relate more to Chris. You know what I'm saying? Patrice O'Neal, George Carlin. I was able to relate to them guys because they was alive and I listened to them more. You know, where with Red Fox, I love Sanford and Son. Right. You know what I'm saying? You big dummy, I love that. What do you got against color driving? I ain't got nothing against color driving. Look at all these niggas in here. Some dumb niggas in here make Tarzan movie. I love that. That's classic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I give my daddy's record. Blind Melody Jelly. I love that. Rasputia, that's not science. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Queen Cougar. That's Rasputia real life sister. You know what I'm saying?
That's my sister.
You know what I'm saying? That's her sister. Right. So shout out to Queen Cougar and Rasputia. I love that. You know what I'm saying?
Girl.
But here's why I do like Dave. Here's one of the things I like with Dave, and one of the things I like with Cat. One of the things that I like with Bernie. One of the things I like with Chris Rock, Patrice, and George Carlin. I love Martin Lawrence. I've always said, and this
I was just about to ask.
I've always said to people, when they did the Kings of Comedy, I don't think Steve Harvey should have been in there. Personally,
you don't consider him a king?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Well, that was they self-made themselves.
Right, they self-made themselves Kings of Comedy. Yes, they did.
That was with him.
But here's the thing. Cedric Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, Bernie Mac, and Steve Harvey. Here's why I say that, okay? One, the first host of Comedy View was D.L. Hughley. Mm-hmm. People knew who D.L. Hughley was before they knew Steve Harvey. Mm-hmm. Okay? Cedric Entertainer was the second host of Comedy View. Martin was the first host of Def Comedy Jam. Mm-hmm. So these guys helped Steve Harvey with his platform. Steve Harvey, I really don't care, brother, what you got to say. This is my opinion. I know you got your show. I come on your radio show and tell you the same thing. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not saying Steve Harvey not funny. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he hadn't blown up and made, because I watched all his stand-ups. I like Steve Harvey stand-ups. But I always felt like JP just said, if it came to Kings, during that time when them guys was self-proclaiming the king of comedy, you still had Eddie Murphy, who was alive. You know what I'm saying? The Kings, to me, the real Kings of comedy, is that cast of Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Harlem Night cast.
Well, I got a
you know what I'm saying?
I got a quick question. Do you think? Yeah, I like it. You think DL is funnier than Steve Harvey?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, I don't need.
Now, here's why. With, I think they're equally funny. I ain't gonna say one funnier than the other. I think they're equally funny on the genre and the audience that they have. I don't think Steve Harvey can go to D.L. Hughley audience and make them laugh because of what D.L. Hughley be on, and vice versa.
It's just different.
Because for a long time, D.L. Hughley would go on a show, he would give you an hour. He would give you 30 minutes of jokes and then 30 minutes where he roasted the crowd, because that's what he was known for doing.
What Joe Torre used to do.
You see what I'm saying?
And I don't hear no more about him neither.
Yeah.
Joe Torre used to
He's still touring.
the crowd.
I'm actually was supposed to go on tour with Joe Torre. Shout out to Joe Torre.
He work at Walmart greeting.
That's his joke. But hey, well, I hate to cut this short, but we had our hour right.
Oh my
man,
word!
we had our hour all right.
I mean,
No. I want to get the people on the wall. I want to make them hungry. I want to make them hungry for this show. You know what I'm saying? So my main thing is, I want to get a shout out to everybody that listen.
Yeah, for
Savannah Tap House, Cougar Friends.
That's right.
Pimp Friends, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out
to called me in the middle of my show.
And Don Trey, what's up? But before we take it out, I want you to introduce yourself again.
Yo,
and where they can find you.
I'm Poe Pimp. Y'all know what it is, man. Seaport's rawest comedian, man. The Prince of Comedy, Mr. Doc and Lovely. Instagram, SAV Poe Pimp. Instagram, crack with a K _UR _side. Instagram, SAV Poe Pimp. Crack Your Side Entertainment. Facebook page, you know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere. Old Savannah tours on the trolley, you know what I'm saying? The rainbow, people selling rainbow vacuums. I'm a hustler, you know what I'm saying? Straight fire entertainment.
Social Security number 5523
8675309.
But anyway, you know who I am, Mr. Plug to the streets himself. Dot Wild, baby. Thank you, JP, for giving me that plug. You can find me at Straight Fire, STR, number 8, Fire, _ENT. Like I say, follow me on IG. That's my IG. Facebook, I'm known as Straight Fire NT. Dot Wild. Keep it moving. Cougar, go ahead.
Okay, well, I feel famous, so I always get my shots up. But you can reach me at the Facebook. Itty Micro Mini Froze RS. You know what I'm saying? Itty Bitty Titty Committee President.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Queen of Petty Island. That's me too.
Yep.
But you can reach me at the Facebook and the Instagram Queen_Cougar. That's Queen_KOUGA. I got to shout out everybody. My sister Karen. My son Kenneth. I got to do in the sign language.
You know what? Every week she got more kids for somebody who ain't got no kids.
But I don't biologically have.
That's why she don't need
I got
none.
so many children. Pinky, I hear you. You talking about you need some something you need. About to find it while I'm scrolling. Marketing, call us. You know where to find us. Peanut, my Dylan. That's my new boss at the Tap House. He left-handed, so I'm in love with all left-handed people. For those who don't know, my son Brandon's in California. Have fun. Don't bring none of that shit back on that plane. Let me see who else I got on. Oh, a little bit. I see you slimming down. I see you had lost your 20 pounds. I need to get my Vicks up back into the gym. Dontre, oh, you just blew me because you just called a minute. Keem. Oh, Courtney, y'all need y'all hair done. I only do it with 2 people in town. Courtney MF Summers, Courtney with a K, and Tanisha Braids by Tanisha's the only 2 people I deal with. Hey, name. I'm about to get off. And Monty on there. And Lime, I gave you a shout out earlier. Make sure you send your music in because I know you're doing big things up there in the DC area.
Oh, got Street Currency.
Oh, don't forget about Street Currency, my baby mama and her husband, Aaron.
Cougar also forgot to tell y'all about her other webpage, Little Afro Cones for Little Afros.
That's right.
That's a webpage.
Yes.
And don't forget to purchase some merchandise for the Little Bitty Titty Committee because my friends say I think they too little for her titties. But that's at the straightfire.net, straightfire with an 8.net, and click on the merchandise and get your Cougar gear.
That's right. And make sure y'all go to heavenlyboutiquellc.org. Hit sizzle. You can shop now, pay for it later. That's my wife's website for plus size women and some of you niggas that's big girls too. She'll make sure y'all straight.
And coming soon, I can't forget about my boy, Port to Port with MG.
Yeah. Hey, Port. I was gonna do my little. Port to Port, PORT, the number 2 PORT music group everywhere. That's Instagram, Facebook. Fucking Twitter, Twitch, goddamn LinkedIn. We got the website, porttoportmusicgroup.com. I changed it from MG to Music Group because I want everything uniform. Okay. So if you want to find us, you can find us. Google PORT, the number 2 PORT Music Group, and we will meet all of your music and media needs. Shout out to Wifey. She doing her little thing with the t-shirts. Juicy's House of Glitter. She basically do all catering, decorating and shit like that, and designing t-shirts and all that other stuff. So y'all make sure y'all look out for Juicy's House of Glitter. Port to Port Music Group everywhere. That's PORT, the number 2 PORT Music Group everywhere. You can book your sessions. You can hit us, email, everything. Same shit. Port to Port Music Group. Appreciate everybody for watching.
Yeah, that's what's up. Check this out. Make sure you go download that Eric Divine album, man.
Y'all better get the Eric Divine because that Niagara Falls. Oh my God.
Get it.
Chances. Oh my God.
Niagara Falls finna be like the WAP. Or whatever.
My homegirl, she probably want me to say her real name, Robin, but she does exercises on the pole.
Listen, I don't even do pole dancing with girls no more, man.
That's exercise.
But shout out to
I ain't
Eric
talking
Divine.
about cripples. I said exercise.
I heard what you said. And
shout out to Eric Divine. Shout out to Eric Divine and we'll be going to California October, Eric. So be looking for that. I'm gonna give you the date, send you the date on email.
Yeah. And shout out to my girl Soleil's Pretty, you know what I'm saying? Up there in North Carolina.
Playing off here.
Yeah, shout out to that girl there, man. She got a lot of big things going on, you know what I'm saying? We got all kind of streams. Soleil's Pretty. Your boy gonna come out at your Pope Pimp, you heard me?
God bless, good night. Tune in next Thursday, 7:30. Cause that's what time we crank it up.
Always
it'll be 7 o'clock, but 7:30. That's why we talk out this, cause we can do it the world we wanna do.
Keep it cracking.